Hello. Today I'm talking about Mars transit in Pisces. Mars is going to go into Pisces from 23rd of December 2018 to 5th February 2019. And this is Komilla Sutton. I'm going to talk all about Mars in Pisces, its exchange of signs with Jupiter in Scorpio, transit through the three nakshatras, its transit in the Gandanta, and a lot more. So Mars moves into Pisces on 23rd of December. And Mars likes to be in Pisces. This is always a special transit for him, although the end of this Pisces transit will be through Gandanta. So I'm going to put a link to my lecture on Gandanta. You can read about it as well. But these Gandanta transits last for 2-3 days. And so at the end of Pisces, because the whole zodiac is over and Mars is going into Aries, there's a little time of change and little time of transformation, unsettled energy for Mars. But actually, the very positive aspect of this Mars transit is that Mars is going to remain in Pisces in a friend Jupiter sign, and it is not making any conjunction. Moon, of course, Moon makes a conjunction once a month, but no other major planet, no Saturn conjunction, no Rahu, no Ketu, nothing, just on its own. And then it is actually exchanging signs. This is called Parivartana Yoga. And I'm going to make a separate video about Parivartana Yoga, and you can know that. So when planets exchange signs. So for example, right now, Jupiter is in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. And when Mars goes into Pisces, it is going to start exchanging signs in the Parivartana. So they exchange signs, they exchange energies, and most importantly, they also exchange house rulership. So if you know your chart, then you can see which houses Mars and Jupiter rule for each other. So it can either create a very positive energy for you or slightly more difficult energy. So it is important to look at that as a separate thing. But generally, Mars in Pisces and Jupiter in Scorpio, it is both of them are in happy places. And so this exchange is not one of stress or difficulty. They are two good friends exchanging energy. So sometimes some slight change of experience will be also good for you. So, of course, Mars is ruled by Aries, and Scorpio are ruled by Mars. Now, for Aries, Mars is going to transit in the 12th house. So, Aries do need to be careful about their expenses because 12th house is the house of expenses. But this can also take them on some interesting trips. And so it may be a good time to travel. It may be a good time to think about self-realization and moksha. So those are the things that they can think about. And Scorpio, it's an excellent transit because not only Mars is in their 5th house, Jupiter is transiting the Lagna. So 5th house is creativity, ideas, writing, higher thinking, and Lagna is self. So you're connecting to this positive aspect, also Purva Punya. So these two signs really get impacted positively by it. And you want to read more about it, you can go on my website, komilla.com. I've written about how all the signs get affected by this Parivartana Yoga. So you can read up over there. So anyway, this is a positive transit generally for Mars. Mars is the action planet. He is, wants to do things. He is active. And so in Pisces, he's thinking more about his higher self, more spiritual self. he's not thinking about war and fighting at this stage. So it's a more calm energy for Mars and idealistic as well. So after spending all of 2018 with Ketu and then in Aquarius, it's finally coming into a place of relaxation and rejuvenation, I would say. So this transit ends with the Gandanta transit, and the Gandanta is 4th and 5th and 6th of February 2019. So actually, Mars changes signs, goes from Pisces to Aries. Aries also good transit for Mars, but that change between water and fire signs, this is always can throw up some steam, hot air, hurricanes, something unsettled energy. So we are always careful about these Gandantas by transit as well. So this is exact changeover is 5th, but 4th, 5th, and 6th, Mars is going to be in Gandanta. So just be conscious of it. It's not any kind of negative energy. It's just unsettled energy that you are looking at. And then I'm also going to study the nakshatras and the 3 nakshatras that Mars goes in during this transit. So I'm just looking at the 3 nakshatras. It's going to go Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra, and Revati. First, Purva Bhadra is 23rd of December to 28th of December. Uttara Bhadra is 28th of December to 16th January 2019. And then finally, Revati is 16th January to 5th of February. So Revati, of course, is the end of the nakshatra and end of the sign and Gandanta as well. So let us talk about Purva Bhadra. So Purva Bhadra means a journey into a beautiful place. And this is also about the spiritual journey the soul makes as it is developing towards finding self-realization, working with that. It's not a very long transit because there in Pisces, Purva Bhadra only has 1 pada, but that is a positive pada. It is Pushkara, although that pada belongs to Cancer. So Mars is debilitated there. So one aspect of Mars debilitated by Nakshatra, Navamsha as well, and being in its Pisces, which is a water sign, is that the energy can get diffused and you may be trying to do too much. So you could use that time when Mars is in Purva Bhadra on this journey of life that you're in, that you're not overdoing things and you're trying to work with the energy, you're trying to deal with the energy rather than overdoing things. So that is important. And maybe it's a good time, especially for Aries and Scorpio, to think, how can we edit our life a bit? Take some things out. It's end of the year. What are you thinking about next year? But it is important to think that you're not wasting your energy and not overdoing things. But Purva Bhadra it's being Pushkara. Pushkara is another very special energy. So these days there's opportunity for you to improve your life, to purify, and Mars being the action planet, it gives you a good direction about where you, take action in a more spiritual, positive way. And because of the exchange with Jupiter, Jupiter is encouraging you to look at more transformation, positive energy, make some changes in your life. So that is a most important aspect. Now, after that, Mars goes into Uttara Bhadra Nakshatra, and Uttara Bhadra is 28th of December to 16th January 2019. So this is spanning the new year, Uttara Bhadra Nakshatra. And these are the two Bhadras, there's Purva and Uttara Bhadra. They are twin nakshatras. And Uttara Bhadra also connects to the soul's journey to a beautiful place, but it's the higher vibration. So Mars also, in his form as a yogi, as a spiritual um, aspirant, can be thinking on the higher vibration of what Uttara Bhadra is telling Tim about. And I think that Uttara Bhadra, especially the symbol is Ahir Budanya, which is the deep water snake. And the deep water snake still breathes outside. It doesn't breathe inside. And so the soul as yet has still projects to do, still karma to complete, and Mars can, complete all the unfinished projects. Now, you can think two ways about this transit. Is you can think that are you looking at just on a very high spiritual level, or are you looking on your worldly things? What are the things you need to complete? What are the tasks that are done? And then you can be ready and free to enjoy the rest of the year, so that you've done your things and completed the tasks as well. So the final nakshatra Mars is there, is Revati. And Revati is from 16th of January to 5th of February. Revati ends in Gandanta. So this journey, which is not all easy. There are some choices you make that you have to go through difficulty at the end. And one type of journey is ending and a new beginning is happening in Aries. So whenever Mars goes into Aries, means that a 2-year cycle is over. So this is some kind of a smaller cycle in life that is over. And we are ending some things and beginning some things. So, and Revati specifically means auspicious. Revati is the nakshatra that is connected to plenty, abundance. So Mars will enjoy that. Again, remember that it is very easy for Mars to misuse or waste its energy. So we have to be conscious on focusing on the tasks that are needed to be done and what we can complete. And generally, Pisces is a very soft, gentle transit for Mars, and it will be also ending in Revati, beginning Ashwini Nakshatra. So Revati is also a fund of information and ideas, and this is where energy is being nurtured and developed for new things. So it may be a good time to meditate a bit, to think about what are the new ideas I want to do, where do I want to go forward in this, and use the guru, because Jupiter is in Parivartana. So use the knowledge of Jupiter, the guru, the inner wisdom to move ahead. And then we come into the Gandanta zone, 4th of February to 6th of February. This is transition zone, and it's a bigger transition than normal because Mars is finishing in Pisces and starting in Aries. It's the end of the zodiac and the start of a new zodiac. So you are completing some task, something you began 2 years ago. You are going to complete that. But the Gandanta means that there are some stuck issues. And if we understand what they are, sometimes you don't know what the stuck issues are. So you can't make a decision about it. But if you know there's something stuck, you try to move it. But during the Gandanta is the time to take it easy, to meditate, to internalize your energy rather than push ahead, because there's lots to do. And after the 5th, Mars goes into Ashwini and Aries, and it is a lot of energy and lot of focus and things. So I think one can also think that maybe it's good to not be focused and do plenty of things, because out of doing a lot of things, maybe some areas will rise that will give you an idea of what you want to do. So I just wanted to say that on my website, I have written about Mars in Pisces and how it exchanges signs with and Jupiter and how it affects each of the signs. So you can read up about it at komilla.com. And please do please do send me comments. I am actually listening to you. Sometimes I can't reply to everybody, but I'm putting videos together. And if you have some great ideas, I will be uh, following them. I'm just so thank you again. All the best, and see you soon.